And it begins with the fact that you matter here on Sunday and any other time. That each and every single one of you matter in the grand scheme of the life of this congregation. And I just want you to pause for a moment and reflect on this. Reflect on the number of choices and decisions and life events that have happened not just in your life, but in the lives of your ancestors to bring us all to this place. Like, let that seep in. Do you think it's an accident that we are here together on any given Sunday morning? Do you think it's just a whim? Think about all the things that had to unfold to bring you to the place where your heart was opened and you said yes to the call of Christ, and you said, I need a place, and you found a place, and you both put both feet into this place, and you said yes to Lakeview, and you come, and you're here, and you participate, and you give, and your heart surrounds the people you greet and the people who are missing, and you notice, I hope, when people are away, and others notice, I know, when you're away. It matters. You matter. Each one of us in this place matters to God and to each other and to the people we are called to reach. This is not a whim, my friends. This is not an incidental moment. And I get it, right? This isn't, I get it that people are busy, that people's lives keep them from being here, that sometimes we need to be at the cottage, or we need to be on vacation, or we need to be wherever we are. That means we're not here. But it matters that you're not here. And it matters that you're here. See, I'm not the most important person. I work for you because you matter. You are the church. You are the church here at Lakeview. And your choice to be here matters. Your choice every Sunday to get out of bed and get here matters. You matter. And we can kind of go beyond that as we look at all the empty pews and know that even right now, God is already working in the hearts of all of the bottoms that are supposed to be going to be sitting in those pews at some point. Working in those hearts to stir them up, to make them aware of their need, their longing, and to help them find their way to a place where they will be welcome, where they can be comfortable, where they can find home. My friends, do not for 1 minute imagine that this community that we are part of is anything less than a treasure, a gift of God in our lives. And it doesn't matter if you've been here forever, so to speak, or if you've just started coming. We're brought together for reasons. Yes, we each have our own individual reasons why we're here in the pew on Sunday mornings. But what would happen if you were the only one who showed up? Everyone else matters. And what happens when there are significant people, when we look around and see people, see blanks where people might usually sit, and we begin to wonder, where are they? Oh, maybe they're up in the balcony doing the AV, but maybe they're away on vacation, or maybe they need a call to hear you're missed. I say to people when they've been away, it's good to see you. And oftentimes, it's good to see you, I miss you. And oftentimes what immediately happens is an explanation of where they are. And I try to stop people because we get it. I get it. that we can't be here every Sunday. I get it that our lives are busy, that things in our worlds draw us away, and that's not a problem. I just want you to know that I miss you. I want you to know that your absence on those Sundays is missed. And that's not just my job, my friends. That's over to you guys too, right? If you notice somebody has been away, reach out to them. If you don't know how to reach them, contact the office and see if they have contacts for them. Like, be persistent. It matters to people to hear you were missed, doesn't it? It matters to people to know that we're praying for them, like we did for Colleen Kemble and her family this morning. She took time out very early this morning to send me a text message asking me to include them in her prayers. So, you matter. We matter. What we have here is a gift. And you know, when we talk about sharing the good news of Jesus Christ, when we talk about reaching out to other people, I think sometimes our minds deviate to like the 3 steps to salvation that come out in the pamphlets, or we heard it, we might have heard at revivals or something like that. But truly, the good news of Jesus Christ in your life begins with, what is it that brings me to church? And what is it that it gives me or allows me to give that I wouldn't otherwise have in my life? You have no idea, each and every one of you, how important that story is to the people you encounter in the world. What I believe, how I believe, and why it matters, particularly why it matters. In fact, probably more importantly, why it matters. People may not be ready to hear what you believe. People may not be ready to understand what your faith looks like, but they sure want to know where your hope comes from. They sure want to know why you didn't fall apart in the midst of that awful thing. They sure want to know. Our message, each one of us, is, why am I here? What does it give me, and what does it allow me to give? That's what it's about. This church has a history of every time there's a pastoral vacancy of numbers dropping, and then when the new pastor comes, they never quite get back up to where they were before. And I think we need to change that culture here. Not because I'm going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me as long as you'll let me stay, really, okay? We need to change that culture, because when everybody thinks that the ministry at the church is about the minister, then everybody gets to sit back and go, well, over to you. Well, it's not over to me. It's not over to the board. It's not over to the operations team. It's over to you. This is your church, whether you are a member or not, whether you are baptized or not. Who you are, what you have to offer, matters here. So, what does that look like? Well, there's some practical stuff. The first thing is that if you're not a member of Lakeview and you'd like to be a member, we want to make that happen for you. So I have a group of people who meet on Wednesday nights, and most of them are joining the church, going to be joining the church. We hope to welcome some new members in the next 2 weeks, so that we can get the new members in and welcomed before we kind of start to go our different directions for the summer. So membership. Some of you have already spoken to me, and I'm going to follow up on that. But if anybody else is here and been thinking, I don't know if I'm a member, and I would like to be a member, but I don't know what membership is, and the idea of getting up in front of everybody is a little bit scary, so talk to me. I had some people ask if they could become members without standing at the front of the church. Well, I'm willing to consider it, you know? This is your church. Membership is about when we put both feet in here and say, I choose you. And getting up in front of the church means that the church can then say, and we choose you, and we can all go, yay, together, right? So it's important. It's a celebration. So that's one thing that we can do. The biggest thing you do is be here every Sunday. Pray for your minister. Pray for your director, your music director. Pray for the choir. Pray for the board. Pray for the operations team. Pray for the Sunday school. Pray for the children's ministry. Pray for the hospitality team. Pray for the people who set up, for the people who clean up, for all the people. Pray for each other. Offer yourselves and be present. Because this is your church and you are the church. And it really is all hands on deck all the time. Let's take some time in silence to consider some of this, and then Nathan will bring us back with music for reflection after the silence.